What's going on, everybody? So unfortunately, this is the second time that we taped this video. In the essence of being transparent, or in the spirit of being transparent, we're gonna rewatch the trailer of the Phase 4 announcements. So unfortunately, it's not gonna be the purest reaction, but you're still gonna get our discussion at the end of the video. So hopefully you stick around for that till the end. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Apparently, for those of you that don't know, 3 days ago, Marvel Studios, the official MCU and everything, like this isn't a fan-made trailer, released a Phase 4 trailer. Now it's about 3 minutes and 11 seconds long, and I was kind of like interested in seeing what they were gonna do, because apparently it's a Phase 4 trailer and we've never gotten a Phase 4 or a Phase trailer or anything like that, because a Phase normally is a bunch of movies. Yep. So I was really intrigued as to seeing what it was about. So for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm about to play it and you guys can watch it, and then we're gonna talk about it in the end. So here we go.
There we go. When I love being with people.
It's Stan Lee, dude. I wish you guys could see my reaction for that when I first realized it was him, but...
Yeah. Oh, this is nice. I wonder where they pulled that from. That world may change and evolve.
Not sure. It was probably something along the lines of some sort of seminar or a video, a DVD with full of interviews. He's got so much archived footage.
Oh, yeah. Groot's ever going to be an adult again.
I think he's an adult there.
Well, yeah, but that's from Guardians 1. We haven't seen him fully grown again yet.
Oh, that's fair.
She's her sister.
Higher, further, faster, baby. That's right.
We're all part of
One of my favorite scenes from that movie.
Oh, yeah. I can't help it, dude. I gotta do it.
Ever upward and onward to greater glory.
I'm Mary Poppins, yo.
Hell yeah, he's cool. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I love this part so much.
On your left.
I really appreciate the way they did this, how they actually threw in this reaction, as opposed to like all, you know, cut images.
Yeah.
So what was really awesome is we got a reaction to him first falling the hammer, because that was the biggest pop I think from that.
I agree, but also this is, to me, when I think of Endgame, I think of that scene.
That's fair.
I mentioned earlier that if it wasn't for WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier, the intro, this music would pump me up a little bit more, but not that it doesn't.
But I'm done running from my past.
So Black Widow's been pushed back again.
We have unfinished business.
Yes. So it was pushed back to the date that Shang-Chi was supposed to come out. Shang-Chi got pushed out even further. Black Widow is actually supposed to premiere in about 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, Loki got pushed up a little bit.
You fight for it.
Eternals.
I'm excited for that movie.
I am too.
That one and Shang-Chi. Because I don't know a lot about either of them. I'm especially excited for this because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Multiverse of Madness. Hopefully we're going to see some.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
And that.
Of course. The Marvels. I'm a huge fan of Kamala Khan, so hopefully she can be made part of that.
Quantumania.
And then of course Guardians Volume 3.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not calling it as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. See you at the movies. But yeah, that at the end there, I thought that when we watched it the first time, I thought that was Fantastic Four, because it was the four with the circle. But I'm guessing that's what Phase 4. But it's also, I think now watching it the second time, I think it might be a teaser as like a double entendre kind of thing.
That's what a lot of people thought, because that's not the first time we've seen that exact symbol. Mm-hmm. It's been around when they first announced the Phase 4, like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
When they first said, here's all these movies, untitled versions of like, hey, we're gonna have another Black Panther.
Right.
But we're not gonna say what it is yet. This is the first reveal of Wakanda Forever and the Marvels.
Mm-hmm. The official titles and stuff, yeah.
Titles, yeah. So like, yeah, it would say like Spider-Man 3 and all that stuff. When they first announced all that stuff, they showed the Phase 4. And a lot of people, including myself, thought maybe we'll see Fantastic Four because they got the acquisition.
Right.
Now I think during this phase, at the very least, we're gonna have introduction and maybe some good amount of content related to both Fantastic Four and the mutants, the X-Men, you know. But I don't think necessarily that I don't think that we're not gonna get it, but I'm not, you know, betting on we're gonna get actual movies of either of those, because they're already giving us so much content in this phase that I think you're kind of pushing the envelope. They'll probably be in like phase 5 where we'll have a Fantastic Four movie and a X-Men movie. Yeah,
if it was up to me, what I would do is I would have them be the post-credit scenes of phase 4 and go into phase 5, like you said, because and I'm sure you guys have heard this all over the internet, all over YouTube, Fantastic Four is coming, and it's a great way for them to do Namor and the X-Men because they'll follow the comics and everything. But the fact that, in my opinion, one of the reasons why the Fantastic Four movies that have already been made, including the reboot and the 2 original ones, I think that if Doctor Doom was not in either of the first 2, at least the first 2 movies, it would have been a better movie because it just would have seemed less rushed. And let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me on that. But I think the Fantastic Four movies is going to be the cornerstone to propel, the MCU into a new vein. Yeah, in a new era, because of all the acquisitions, because of all the confusions, because of things like the X-Men being primarily a PG-13, very edgy, very what's the word, political, and you know, it's such a cultural storyline. You know, I know I've said this many times. Stan Lee has not confirmed ever, and now he never will because he's no longer with us, that Magneto and Professor Xavier were not based off of Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., even though I can draw a million parallels as to how they are.
And I'm going to pull something very small you said out of that long bit. Namor. You know, we already have a teaser for Namor in the MCU, right? Like, he's already been...
Yes. They referenced... I forget what movie it was, but they referenced the seismic activity.
I want to say it was Endgame, when they were having that hollow conversation. It was, I think, Okoye mentioned...
Yes, because it would make sense that it's by Wakanda.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that in Wakanda Forever, that's when we're going to see Namor. Because if I'm not mistaken, Namor and Black Panther...
Yes, they do, because they're both the same... stature. They hold the same political stance in their respective worlds, but definitely a lot to process. Again, I'm sorry you guys that normally I like to do the first take of stuff like this, first time reactions. Unfortunately, the equipment failed on me because I was dumb and didn't clear out the memory card enough. So this is not the first time that we watched the trailer. This is technically the second time, but we definitely wanted to talk to you guys about it, regardless, because it's such a huge bit of news for us Marvel fans.
And I think there's something that I didn't realize until the second time we watched it that might be missing from this trailer.
What's that?
And that is Deadpool 3.
True.
Now, the big question mark here is, will Deadpool 3 be considered part of the MCU?
I think, I could be wrong. I've been wrong many, many times before. But I think I remember reading something. It was one of those Google, homepage articles that kind of come off from the bottom that said, it had a picture of like Deadpool like doing like the Beyonce dance or whatever, and it said it's official, Disney confirmed that Deadpool 3 will be part of the MCU and it will retain its R rating.
That's what I've understood.
Yeah, so I'm super curious to finding out how they're going to do that, retaining the R rating and keep it in the MCU with Disney attached. My best guess, and someone else that I spoke to, I can't remember who at the moment, their best guess was that they were going to probably market it under one of their subsidiary companies that they own, like Buena Vista or something like that, which would definitely take the edge off of Disney and that family-oriented vibe. Or they could do like Once Upon a Deadpool and make it, the rated R version will be, its own cut of the movie, but then it's like, in order for you to complete your kids' MCU collection, there's going to be a version for them.
Well, I think the best way to do it is to kind of do what they did with it the first 2 movies, where it was, it's technically part of the X-Men, but it's not at the same time. They had that one scene where he opens the door and there's all the X-Men hiding in there. And realistically, they could just say the first 2 are technically part of the MCU, and we just kept them separate. You have a whole new Colossus that wasn't in the X-Men movies.
Right.
And then with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, she was only in that. So realistically, there's nothing stopping them from saying, hey, this is part of the MCU. And then on the other side of it, they didn't mention, and I know it's Sony, Venom 2 or Morbius.
Right.
And I've heard a lot of rumor that, there was a scene shot for Venom 1 that had Tom Holland in it. and they were trying to negotiate how they were going to put, whether or not they were going to include it in the MCU, like it's a loose tie-in.
Right. I did hear that too, especially when I think it's confirmed now. It was a rumor in the beginning that Venom had a different cut of the movie that was having, they had to cut it down as far as content went because of the mature, supposed to be R-rated and everything, because Venom is a very R-rated character and his villains and everything else. And because in the back of Disney's, hive mind or whatever, they were like, we're gonna have Tom Holland be the Spider-Man for this universe, so we have to kind of tone it down. But then I guess that was right in the mix of the confusion of trying to acquire Fox and not really or whatever, and then they just omitted it and made it to where the only connecting factor was that he worked at the Daily Bugle at one point and that Jameson's son was on that shuttle, which is from the comics, as some of you may know.
Well, another thing they could do is, since we're going to this whole multiverse thing, is they could say it's another universe.
Right.
And the biggest thing that would contribute to that is, okay, we're gonna have Venom 2, so we'll see what they do in that. And then in Morbius, there's a scene where he's walking down like an alleyway, and you see like a mural behind him of Spider-Man.
Right.
So he's Spider-Man, like an image of him is seen pretty obviously in the trailer.
And it's like, isn't it the not Tom Holland, but the Sam Raimi?
Maguire.
Yes.
It looked like the Tobey Maguire costume. And then there's, I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but there's the rumors that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in the next Spider-Man movie.
Now I will.
In the multiverse.
Right. I will say this though. I think it was yesterday. I just saw an article that said that people were, I guess, hyping it up and letting their voices be heard and their excitement and all and what have you on the multiverse live action Spider-Man with all the different respective Spider-Man. And apparently Andrew Garfield's response was, to my knowledge, I'm not going to be a part of whatever big crossover thing because I was never notified.
Really? He made that public comment on it? Yes. Now again, I think it was, I don't know the source. I'll have to double check on that, but if you guys know the source and the credibility and all that good stuff, feel free to leave it in the comments for us to have another direct connect to it. I would certainly hate to see Tobey Maguire, not Andrew Garfield, though.
Right, because I think if you're gonna have one, you got to have all three of them.
The two people that are confirmed for the film are Alfred Molina,
right,
and Jamie Foxx.
Yes, and I know that the Jamie Foxx thing was a little, not on the fence, but it was a little play it by ear-ish because...
That's been confirmed now.
Yes, because I think apparently he was going to play Spawn, which you guys know how I feel about Spawn. I know it's coming, but I just got to be patient, like all you other Spawn fans out there. But yeah, so all of this stuff, if you guys know anything that's been confirmed as of the airing of this video or, after or before or whatever, definitely load the comments. I love reading y'all's comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed our pseudo reaction to this. I keep repeating myself because I'm sorry that the equipment failed on me, but definitely let me know what you guys think. What are you excited for? What of this Phase 4 introduction are you less than excited for? What are you looking for? Do you think there's going to be more? Let me know anything and everything that you think on the MCU's Phase 4 in the comments below. Now, for the plugs at the end of the video, I want to thank each and every one of these names scrolling in between us. These are the patrons of the channel. They are directly responsible for influencing the growth and the monetary value of the equipment and making the time and getting the guest stars and all that good stuff. They directly help the channel grow, and I just want to give them their proper shout out. If you would like to be a member of the Patreon family for my channel, for the Snapkey Videos Army, we haven't had an official name for them yet, which we're probably going to have one soon here because the family is growing, and I'm very, very thankful of that. If you would like to be a part of it, the link is going to be in the description. You get different perks like seeing videos like this early, getting giveaways that I do every month for members of the Patreon family only, and exclusive behind the scenes videos and pictures of like me scripting out videos and all that good stuff, just to kind of give you guys something extra for being patrons of the channel. All the links will be in the description. I also have a Teespring page if you want to contribute to the channel that way. There are several different t-shirt designs that you can pick from, and that'll be another great way to monetarily support the channel. But if you are new here and this is the first time watching one of my videos, and you liked it, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing. It's free, and that is a great way to support the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you very, very soon, because I'm sure this isn't the last thing we're going to hear from Phase 4.
Oh, it's certainly not.
But you guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. You guys take it easy.